If you're using SketchUp for structural steel projects and still estimating manually, then you're making things a little more difficult than they need to be. So in this video, I'll show you 5 quick Quantifier Pro tips to calculate weight, generate reports, and generate the cost of steel structure, all without leaving SketchUp. Let's dive in. As always, if you want to learn how to create a steel structure like this one, you can check the links in the description for the ongoing tutorials on the channel. It's going to teach you the basics and advanced techniques with Deca steels. The links will be in the description. Now, before you start doing anything with Quantifier Pro, you want to open up the settings so we can make sure the units are correct. For this project, we're going to make sure the length is in feet and inches, the area in square feet, the volume in cubic feet, and the weight in kilogram. You want to make sure your units are right so your calculations can be a little bit more accurate and you're comfortable with the results you're going to get. So now when I select one of my steel columns or beam, Quantifier Pro instantly shows me the length, surface area, and volume. But now you will notice that we're still missing one very important value, which is weight, and that's where tip number 2 comes in. So Quantifier Pro can calculate weight automatically, but first it needs to know what material it's working with. For example, if I select one of my columns and I go to tags and push down the drop menu, you can see that all of my structural elements are organized here. Now the tags are really important because you can store material and cost information. So I'm going to select column here and we'll change the weight to kilograms per cubic meters. So now we just need the density for structural steel, and a commonly known value is 7,850. So now watch what happens. When I select my column again, there's a weight value associated with that object. And even when I select more than one column, that value gets doubled and tripled depending on how many I select. And the simple rule is that because that value is attached to the tag, every column assigned to that tag inherits the same properties. So we're going to repeat the same process for the beams and the bracings. And now everything I select can be weighted instantly. This is incredibly useful for structural planning, material ordering, and project estimation. This is one of my favorite features, is the ability to isolate and analyze any portion of my model. For example, I can select my beam, and Quantifier Pro gives me the total length, surface area, total volume, and total weight. Similarly, if I select 2, it will do the same thing. Now I can do this for a column. I can also do this for the bracing and any individual assemblies. Now this also means you have a lot of specific information ready to go. For example, how much the columns weigh and what's the total weight of the roof structure. You have all of this information readily available without creating separate models or reports. And if this is part of your regular workflow, you only need to set this up once, save the file as a template, and every future project, you will have everything ready to go. Now, once the quantities are all calculated, the next step is to create reports. Quantifier Pro includes several different reports, including components, cost summary, profile, and material reports. Without anything selected, I can create a report for my entire project. Immediately, you see a breakdown of any of my structural elements, including the quantities, length, and area, so everything is organized here. And if I select just a portion, for example, all of my beams, you can generate a report for that selection. Once again, this is great when you need to estimate individual phases of a project. Now you can also customize the fields if you don't want to see all of this information. You can go over to your settings and customize the fields. And now it gives me my report with my tag, the name, profile, count, individual, and total cost. So now that we see a report like this, it will be extremely useful if it included cost information, and that's what's going to lead us to our next tip. Now, saving the best for last, I think this is the one part everyone is mostly interested about, and that is how much does a structural steel actually cost? And now to do this, all we need to do is add a cost item to our steel tag. So let's go back to our tag settings. We'll follow the example for our columns, and we're going to click on this plus icon. You can add more information, including a price cost per unit. So here you can add a code if you need, description. We're going to change the input unit for to kilograms. Now the cost of steel follows somewhere between $2 to $3.40 per kilogram. And with the price of things nowadays, we're going to use the most expensive value. We're also going to add a cost for waste, 5% of your total cost. And for the taxes, depending on where you live, we'll just input 12%. So now we can add this information, and now we've successfully added the cost value to our columns. So if I select one of my columns, you can see that one costs just a little over $2,100. So now that we've done this to the column, we can repeat this for all the other elements. We have beams and we have all sorts of other things here that we can add cost value to. And because everything is metal, we can just copy all of this information, go to our beams, for example, and paste it here. Make sure to update the description. So now when I select the beams, you can also see that the cost is calculated. So now simply repeat this to the other elements like bracing and the plates. And once you include all of that information, you can easily create a cost detail report. As you can see, everything is broken down perfectly. And if you look closely, our entire structure is around $79,000. And if you select your entire structure, the cost value here should also match. So those are 5 quick tips for weighing and pricing structural steel. If you use Quantifier Pro, let me know what your favorite tip is in the comments below. As always, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.